Hey there YouTube, Chris for the Handiguard channel, and it's Friday, August 14th. So I am the AM diver on our Team Grasshopper effort. I start out in the morning by crossing the river from that side over there to this side over here, using my raft for a little support to lean on. And I have noticed that the water has gone up a little bit, and it is colder. That's one of the first things you notice right about the time you get waist deep. So one of the duties of the AM diver is to clear the giant balls of seaweed, or riverweed to be more accurate, that accumulate on every knot in our line. Oh, like this monstrous mass. Ugh. And then as I float down the length of our anchor line, there are two more locations. The seaweed almost got me. Two more locations that I'll have to clear out. So this is number one. If I don't clear these big clumps of seaweed, they get heavy and they weight the line down to the bottom, and it can get stuck on boulders, which makes it hard to swing in and out. So we'll float down and get the next one. I didn't know this was in the job description until after I had applied. Okay, here we are at monster clump number 2, and it's a big one. Looks like it's got a tree branch or something in it, just for added fun. Let's see if I can perch you guys there so you can enjoy the show. And it's just that easy. On to clump number 3, which will be down there a little ways. Okay, we are now at Loch Ness Seaweed Monster number 3, which I shall dispatch. Kind of makes you hungry for sushi. Not. Alright, now we can go the rest of the way to the dredge, where we will find yet another waiting gigantic clump, or 2 or 3, that has deposited itself since we took one day off. This is 2 days worth of seaweed. Holy cow. With more underwater. Oh yeah, loads of fun. So once I get the dredge cleared off of all this buildup, before I start dredging today, the objective, since we're not really hitting it very good where we're at now anymore, is to drop down a little further down, about to the extent of the rope that I have maybe, or somewhere down a little further, and swing out and try it again right in the chute there, between that rock and that rock, which you can barely see now because the water's gone up. They used to stick out a lot more. There's a chute in the bedrock that the water funnels through. It gets pretty pushy down there, so I don't want to get sucked into that. But that's where we're going to prospect today, once I get set up down there. And hopefully we can hit some more good pack or find something down there that's worth going after. We'll see once we get down there. Well, I got the dredge located a little bit lower than it was. It was setting up, I don't know, right about here. And we started in this little cove. The dredge was positioned right about here. So I don't know, I dropped us down about 30-40 feet maybe. The end of the hose is going to be just behind where our tailings start, so I'll be able to see if there's anything there. If not, we'll either move it back up, or I don't know if Alan wants to try dropping it down just to check along here to make sure there's nothing we missed. When he gets here this afternoon, we'll see what, if anything, I find and where we might want to go from there. Eventually, it's going to be back out of the river for the end of the season, which will be here shortly, since today is the, what did I say, 14th? Yeah, getting towards the last half of the month. So let me get suited up, get a dive in. Hopefully I'll find something. Check in with you later. All right, finished my morning dive. Alan's here. Gonna do a PM dive. Didn't look too promising, so we were just discussing what we want to do, how much longer we may want to dredge. Getting toward the end of the season, we're both getting a little bit tired. Now obviously we're really bored because we're video cameraing each other's video camera.
Woo! Yeah, we're just discussing taking this thing out Sunday. Today's Friday, because you know his prospecting dive was not too hot. I'm gonna prospect. What else can you do, man? I was wanting to get it out a little early anyway. We got stuff to do.
Oh, you never know. The river has been a mystery, and every now and then it surprises. So
we are.
Maybe.
What we're thinking.
Well, Alan was going to prospect maybe a little closer to shore here, just to make sure we leave no stone unturned, literally. Because the real bonanza was up about 200, 250 feet from here, and it was 8 or 10 feet out from the bank where it really got rich. And it also was rich on either side of that in varying degrees. So we're way down from that, and we prospected in several spots coming down from the bonanza to this location last year, looking for the beginning of it.
We were further out.
We went further out. So we're poking around now, looking for any hint or clue of something rich enough to stay on. Otherwise, we're considering, well, it's Alan's dredge. It's his call. I'll keep going as long as he wants to. But we're considering maybe wrapping up the season if we're not finding enough gold.
We have pounded this area. I'm just kind of a little tired of it. We got a lot of gold. We could, we're thinking about dredging tomorrow. Got 2 cameras. Dredging tomorrow. And then Sunday taking them out. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're both kind of tired. We got other stuff to do.
Yep. So that's the report for now. We'll see what happens after we do a little more sniffing around, and if we don't find any gold, we'll let you know what we're going to do next.
Yep. Way back. Up the beautiful Rose River. Everyone's like, oh.
Well, I just got the senior prospector's word on what it looks like, and looks like we're going to move the dredge back up because there's nothing down here. We're not hitting anything. It's been dredged before. So he's going to get part of his wetsuit and stuff off, and we're going to drag the dredge on back up, somewhere back up there, and pick a spot again to go back at it where at least we were getting a couple penny weight a dive. Let's see if we can at least get that much. Because down here it's not looking too good. So back up the river a ways. Okay, we've moved our dredge back up to a location that we left off at. We didn't like the results because we weren't getting much gold, so we dropped down to prospect where we just came from, farther down. We pulled the dredge on back up to where we had left off. Alan's going to go ahead and get a dive in this afternoon. And even though it wasn't paying that great, it's better than the crap we found down below. So good luck, partner. Hope there's something there, and we can at least make it worth your while. Put in another dive, and then tomorrow morning I'll take it from there and get a little bit more gold before we call it a day. Yep, the water's coming up. We can feel it is higher. The water's higher and colder. They let the water out from the bottom of the dam up by Crater Lake. I guess it stimulates the salmon to swim upstream and spawn. For various reasons they let out more water, and it's colder. So that's it for me today. I'm going to head on out. I wish Alan a good dive here. Good luck, good dive. Hope you find some gold. Don't have any problems. For some reason he's going back. Maybe he's going to pull it up or readjust the dredge position. Yep, looks like he wants a little more advancement on that dredge. We've got a nifty little ratcheting system from a little rope hoist. Best $10 investment ever made. Alright, good luck. Stay safe.